They scored about the 75th minute, and it seemed like a minute later, Sebastian almost scored, then Plata almost scored. Maybe elaborate on that quick response to not hang for the team to hang their heads.
I thought certainly it was our best first half performance of the year. I think 70 minutes of this game was excellent from us. There was 20 minutes that was a little in limbo, but a guy like Bofo, who's a bit hot right now, a guy like Plata coming on, we know how capable he is. It's natural they're going to have a response. I mean, going into this game, we knew what to expect from Houston, you know, very much a counterattack team, and we handled it well for, like I said, 45 minutes. Then we kind of sat back a little bit, but we have the quality there. So once that, it was almost a wake-up call, that goal. You could see it on the players' face, the anger in them. And, you know, a guy like Bofo with his ability, a guy like Plata with his ability, individual brilliant performances sometimes and moments are a huge part for a team. And, you know, they didn't connect on the goal, but the response was excellent. Kyle wasn't the easiest guy to go talk to yesterday and tell him my plan. I mentioned to him a week ago, and he kind of, you know, he kind of laughed it off a little bit and brushed it off. We had a joke about it, but this was the plan all along. So for him to come on in that situation and not only hold down the fort a bit, but get the winning goal was amazing. And, you know, Kyle's our engine. Kyle's our leader. The work that he does, if I showed you guys the printouts of the workload that we tracked throughout the week, I mean, he's far and above the hardest worker on this team. And I just needed to force a rest for him. I hope that we didn't have to bring him on tonight, but Sonny did fantastic last game and fantastic for the time he was in tonight, and you could see that Sonny hit a bit of a wall. And perhaps that's partly my fault, you know, for not getting him more minutes early on in the season, and, you know, maybe not sending him down to the Monarchs to get some minutes. But Sonny did fantastic. But you could see he gave a lot, and he was a bit tired.
What was your evaluation of your midfield as a whole with so many new faces in there?
Like I said, 70 minutes. I think that it was very good discipline in our block. Defensively, I thought that Sonny and Nick connected very well, especially early on in the game. Nick is somebody who's very disciplined, and I know what I'm going to get out of him. And as far as Bofo and Savarino go, I mean, Bofo had his way with, that's his name, the right back. I can't think of him right now. Yeah, Swedish guy. Had his way with him, and Savarino had a very good day against Beasley. And Beasley's a very good player, a veteran defender. I thought that their work in transition, which is what the main thing for me, to get back and back press and get back in the block for 70 minutes was excellent. So I'm very happy. And Demir came on against Seattle. And by the way, Demir was a planned rest against Seattle to play this, so everybody knows that. And when we put him on at virtually the number 10 role in Seattle and pushed Albert higher, he did great holding the ball up, connecting passes. So going into this game, it was a discussion whether it would be Demir or Luis at that position, and we thought this is a game suited for Luis as our 9, and you got a great goal, and Demir did some great stuff.
What does it say about Sebastian that he's able to take advantage of a player making his first start and really, you know, be the better player on that side of the field, especially for the first half?
Well, I've been saying it since I got here. I'm not just going to hand out opportunities, you know. And I have a love and a appreciation and a respect and all these superlatives I could throw out there for players who came through this academy. I respect the job that Martin did. I respect that he got them ready for the pro level. But guys like Danny and Bofo, up until recently, have been a little bit streaky. You know, they've had very good games, and then they've had and you could argue that they're young, and that's part of the process. But I know what they're capable of, and I demand a lot out of them. And as of now, I mean, they're both in a groove right now that they're doing well. But you know, next game is the most important, and then after next game, the next game is most important. And actually, better than that, the next practice is the most important, and the practice after that. You know, again, I don't just hand out opportunities; they have to earn it. And I know, you know, and I know, appreciate, and get a lot of fans say, "Oh, why isn't Danny played this and that?" You know, I love Danny. you know. But Danny's gotta show me consistently, and he has lately.
I did want to follow up on Kyle's goal. I watched the replay, and maybe you've seen the replay.
I've not. I didn't even see the missed goal, but go ahead and ask me. I was told about it.
How Demir chests the ball down, and I wonder, how is he not try and shoot and score on that? If it can come to his chest, I'm curious as a player. The natural reaction would be to head it. I was just curious if you had seen the replay, because it just seemed awkward.
I have not seen the replay. I will tell you this, you know, when the ball comes from a wide cross, it's going through so many people jumping, so many people, you know, in the way. Yeah, perhaps he just didn't see it. Again, I haven't seen the replay. And during that goal, I was screaming at the back line to readjust for the transition. So next thing I know, the ball's at Kyle's feet, and he puts it away. So I'll get back to you on that one.
Anything else from Mike?
In terms of that right back, was it your initial plan to kind of go at him knowing that he would perhaps be a weaker spot on that back line?
Well, we didn't have him slated to start for them until we got the what do you call it, the lineups.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we had Wenger and Beasley starting, and apparently, from what I've been told, and it's not fact, it's just what I've been told from somebody who made a comment, is that Wenger was injured in practice yesterday, or he pulled up a little lame. But certainly, as soon as we saw that thing, and it's not to take anything away from the kid, he's a young kid, but he has literally, this was his first MLS minutes, you know, and even somebody like Watts, you know, who came on as a center back. The last game he played in MLS was September of last year. So once it didn't change our tactics, it didn't change, you know, anything dramatically, but it changed in the fact that, hey, we need to go back at this back line, specifically on the right side, and even Watts, you know, as much as we could. These guys are going to be a little rusty, maybe a little nervous, but Houston's a great team, you know. They're a great transition team, but yes, long answer. We targeted him for sure.
I know you guys have been talking about doing more switching. How big was it for Brooks to get his head up on Bofo's on Bofo's cross assist and see him and do that full field switch?
Wait, say it again. Brooks did what?
Brooks was the one who switched it before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Brooks's every game is adapting more to the position. He's really shored up defensively. There still are obviously defensive things to work on for him, but he's an attack-minded player playing in a defensive position at times. So his natural first look is the tendencies that when the one thing we talk to Brooks about is you've been a wing, you know, pretty much your whole life. Now you're moving behind, so you have to think about the things that make you angry when you're playing wing and the left back doesn't switch the point of attack and get you the ball. All those types of things, and I think that's where Brooks has, in the offensive category, a step up on that position.